I have a question. Do you have a routine that you follow when you rise in what you may call the morning? If not, I'm going to give you one. I'm going to share with you what I do every day when I rise, the routine that I do step by step, and I'm going to focus on what I do when I rise and not so much the details of what I am doing it with, because I will explain when I get into it, but many things that I do is started from something else that we actually do. Whether it's something that we've created that I'm using during my routine, or some type of product or something that we utilize that just is not common. There's a lot of things that I do in my routine, specifics, details that are uncommon to most people. Because most people ain't out here making all their own stuff, being self-sustainable. I am. We will get into that at another point though, as we listen to those beautiful cicadas. So I am making this video because it is of the utmost importance that you start your day with a profound rising and creation of space. And you do this by having a sound routine, a foundation to stand on. And it really starts before you rise. It really starts when you lay down the night before, when you are dreaming, when you are visualizing, before that dream takes hold of you, before you jump into the dream and take control of it. Cicadas. At this point is actually when you are creating the next day and what you are going to do. I have a video where I talk about this and increasing your visualization prowess. Check it out. This will explain to you how to reignite your power to visualize, and also what to focus on when you lay down at night, so that you are able to rise with ferocity and a smile on your face. It all starts with what's on your mind when you lay down. So when you rise, that takes hold. And we can see the same creation process in any type of creation. If you look at so-called childbirthing, that creation process does not start when the conception starts. It starts when the mother is living. Her life is actually the start of what that child is going to become, because it starts by what she is doing to herself that is programming the reproductive system and the body as a whole, which is what's going to feed into that initial creation process of when the fetus and the child and everything is starting to grow within the womb. So it starts before there was ever even an idea that you are going to have a child. It's just your life. That's what this all comes back to, is your life. And with the childbirthing process, it's not just the mother, it's the father as well. It's both, because both have to do with the creation of it. So it's what they both are doing. So it's anyone that's involved in the creation, they're bringing something to it, is what I'm telling you. And you're doing the same thing within your mind. You're involved in the creation because you're the only one a part of it, because you are the only one. You're the only one here now in the moment. And you are creating your reality through your subconscious by yourself. In the now, Neo, you are it. And when you're doing that, it starts with your life, which you can change your life every time you lay down. Because when you rise, you become what you lay down as then, when you choose to be. So it is highly important to create space. And it starts when you lay down. To create the space when you rise now, you need a solid routine that is going to facilitate what you had in your mind. And this all becomes autonomous once you get the wheel going, because it's a routine, it's a ritual, it's spinning. Routine has to do a rotating. So once you get that wheel moving, it just keeps going. And you'll keep doing it because it's a part of you at that point, because this is your life. That's what I'm telling you. This is what you are doing. Your life is just a bunch of rituals. There was someone who left a comment recently talking about how rituals are the lowest form of magic. What are you talking about, man? Everything is going in some type of circle here. Everything's spiraling because we're moving and everything's going in a circle at the same time. Their rituals are not demonic. They're not evil. There's no such thing as evil. Evil is live spelled backwards. Know where you are. You walk forward and backwards. There's nothing wrong with anything. It's how you are looking at it. It's a matter of perception, and if you want to actually do something with it or not. I'm not telling you to do something harmful. I'm just saying you're choosing that as harmful. Someone else might not. I'll leave that there. So my routine, what is it? It takes about 3.5 hours when I rise to go through my entire routine. That's because I take my energy and move it around to create space. And I take as much as I need, and I have elongated this over doing it. I've added things, I've spread things out to where I want to have more space so that I can just be more. I love just being and existing in nature. And the most precious, pristine, joyous time to do that is right before the sun is rising. So I get up at about 4 a.m. every single day. Sometimes a little before, sometimes a little bit after. Just depends, but it's always right around that. And right when I get up, go to the bathroom first, gotta pee. Then I come outside here and I stand on the ground. I'll squat actually, because squatting opens yourself up, opens your body up, and creates a connection with the earth. Because you have a spiral that goes from, there's a reason you got a colic right here. Everyone has a colic somewhere right here. That's because you got energy going in there and it's coming out your behind. So I squat so that I can ground while I am moon gazing as well, which I've watched the moon pattern. So if the moon's out, I will gaze at the moon while I do my conscious breaths, my 10 conscious breaths, which I did a whole video on that right here. Those conscious breaths, you do that. That's how I start, because that's going to create space for me to be able to do what I do next. So I start by releasing what I am holding, go to the bathroom, I come out here, and I ground and I breathe, conscious breathing. And it takes me 7 to 10 minutes or so to do those breaths. I don't know exactly because I don't pay attention to the time that much, because that's not my focus. My focus is relaxing myself and opening my body up so I'm ready for what I'm about to do in the day. And I also watch the moon. Then I will go back in and I will oil pull, which I'm not going to get into all these specifics. This is what I'm talking about is I use coconut oil, but it's not just coconut oil. There's other things in it. I don't want to get into all of that if I'm not going to actually put this much in it, which I'm not going to here because this video would get way too long. So I oil pull. I do that for 20, 30 minutes, about, depending on when it's time for me to spit it out with what I'm doing at the moment. But while I'm oil pulling, I will make my tea, which I change what I have. Right now I'm having Tulsi and dandelion with a half of a lemon squeezed on it and some ginger. It's delicious. I'll have that a bit later, but I start making it. I'll make that, warm the water, get that brewing. I have espresso. I get all my stuff for the espresso out, I set it on the counter. So I prepare everything that I'm going to use for what I'm going to do next. Because now, after I did all that, it's usually about time for me to spit the oil out. So I'll go do that, brush my teeth with a natural toothbrush. I don't use plastic toothbrushes. Then we don't, I should say. Then well, before I brush my teeth, I actually use a tongue scraper. I scrape my tongue with a copper tongue scraper, brush my teeth very well. Then I will rinse. We use an H2O2 mixture to rinse. Any of the stuff that you're interested in that I'm mentioning, leave it in the comments. What do you do for this type of stuff? And if you want to know what I do, just ask. I'll make a whole video on it. I have no problem doing that. I would love to do that, actually. Maybe we can put that in the Patreon. Then, after I rinse, gargle, get all of that cleaned out, probably blow my nose afterwards because that really gets stuff moving, I will have a 16 ounce of either water, but right now I'm having water with chlorophyll in it. So I've been having that at this point. I've been drinking that, which I come out, I sit on a swing we got out here outside. I sit there, I sip on that for a while, staring at this tree right behind me, looking at all the birds that are coming alive, listening to the crickets, listening to the birds, just being a part of what's around me, enjoying my green drink. Then I will turn my tea over and strain it. And when I say turn it over, I set the infuser on the glass so that it will drip some and cool down. I come back, strain it. You got to push on the tea. So if you don't push on the tea, you're not getting the good stuff out of it. You're missing all the strength. So you got to really push on it to get all the liquid out of the tea leaves. It's a secret for you. It's a hint of how to really have good, strong tea. You also have to put a bunch of tea leaves in it. I do 4 tablespoons, 2 of each, in a 16 ounce mug. It's very strong, very good. I love dandelion, so good, and Tulsi. And I'll drink that. Which while I'm drinking that, I'll also begin making my espresso. And I will weigh my beans, do all of that, grind them up. I got a manual grinder, so it takes me a few minutes. Do that, put it into my portafilter basket, brew that espresso. I'm usually done with my tea at this point. If I'm not, I'll wait to brew it. I'll go sit outside again, finish my tea. Then I'll come back and finish making the espresso. I'll brew that, actually make a latte, most would call it. I call it an Alte. I use nut water for that. Yeah, I don't call it milk because it's not. You can't milk a nut or a seed. It doesn't have nipples. You can't do it. It's just water with grinded up nut or seed. That's what it is. It's nut water. With almonds that we get from a state that are the best almonds I've ever had. They're so good, which is one of the reasons why I actually have this, because it's so good, the almonds that we get. And we make that ourselves. We juice it. We have a juicer that we use to make our nut water. My beautiful videographer on the other side is who usually creates that for me and has it prepared. So I'll use that. I'll put some spices in there. Some cayenne, you have to put cayenne in it. Some cinnamon, of course, allspice, clove, cardamom, you gotta put it all in there. put all that in there, and I'll steam it, finish making my Alte, mix up the espresso in there, and then I will come out in front on the ground and I will watch the sunrise as I drink it. I will sit on the ground at this point and watch the sunrise and sun gaze while I'm drinking the espresso. Because the espresso is the sun reversed, or reflection of the sun. The sun's up there, in your hand is espresso. It's the same thing. It's the darkness in your cup is sun energy. That's why things that are really densely dark give you energy, because it's full of sun energy, because the sun creates darkness. What? I thought it shined light. Well, what comes out of the light? Darkness. Because light came out of the darkness, so then darkness comes out of the light. What? How do we get this skin tone? It ain't by the moon. It surely ain't by the clouds. It's by the sun. That's how the melanin comes around. It's by the sun. That's why I go out here and I sun gaze and I drink my espresso and it's delicious and I enjoy it and I breathe some more. I don't know how long I'm out here for at this point. I'm just watching the sunrise. After I finish my espresso, I'll go back in, and if I need to go somewhere that day, I'll prepare anything I may need to take with me, whether that's food or maybe I want some more drinks with me. I'll definitely be making another Alte to take with me if I am going somewhere. Otherwise, I will just make another Alte because I have two early on, and I'll go and do some things that I may need to do for the day. I'll start working on some things, or maybe I'll go out to the garden and see what's going on. I will start building something that I'm working on. Who knows? Maybe I'll go on the computer and do something. I'd rather not at this time because it's usually around 7:30, but if there's something that I need to do, I'll do it, and then I'll get right back to nature though, because I fill out my day with nature. You always got to create space throughout the day, so you always want to get up, take your breaks, but you're not breaking. You're actually creating yourself. You're assimilating yourself. You're not breaking anything. You're bringing it together by breaking away from what is holding you, which is really what it is. You're not breaking. So you want to get out in nature throughout the day as well. But that is what I do when I rise. Yes, there are many things that I do. I did not start by doing all of these things. I will say I've been drinking tea when I rise or something similar to that. There was a point when I was drinking a lemon black seed oil cayenne drink for a while. I put turmeric and white peppercorn, ground white peppercorn in there, freshly ground. Oh, white peppercorns are so good. If you never had white peppercorns, get those. Don't get the black ones. Get the white ones. And this is going against usually what you would think when it comes to food, because white food usually is void of taste and it's just not as good. Because the color is where the flavor actually comes from. It's the frequency. That's why it gives it that flavor. But white peppercorns just have this, it actually just has the skin on it. It's the same thing. I said all that just to tell you that. It's the same thing. It just has a skin on it, which makes it more pungent, because when you dry it, it doesn't lose the potency. So it's stronger, which makes it more fiery and pungent. That's the taste. I was gonna say bitter, but it's not bitter, it's pungent. So I was having that at a point, but I've been having tea for a decade when I rise. Really, since I started a routine, that's where I started. I've done many things throughout the years, different routines, but this is what I've settled on, and this is what I'm sticking to, because this works wonderfully, because I get to see the sunrise, I get to moon gaze, I get to be up before everything, which is magical. It's my the most enjoyment that I have in the day is those early hours, just hearing it all come alive. It's just undescribable in words. You just have to experience it all coming to life in front of you, because it's all you, and it's just so beautiful to listen to see, to feel, because when you are a part of that, these animals and insects, they trust you. They come up to you. They'll be inches in front of you. They might even come on you. You ever had a bird land on you? Maybe you just need to get around them more. You ever had a squirrel come up on your lap? Maybe it's because you're not outside enough for them to feel comfortable around you. That's it though. That is my routine. Oh, one thing I didn't mention is when I come and sit outside and do my conscious breathing, I also say affirmation to myself. I'm not going to tell you what that is though. If you want to know what that is, I'll tell you in a different video. Leave it in the comments if you want to know, because I would have to explain why I use the affirmation as well, because it's a very powerful affirmation. I don't just want to say it without explaining why these words are what they are and why I'm using this in the way that I am. And besides that though, you can use any affirmation you want. Whatever it is. I'm whole. My life is lovely. It's anything. What do you want? Just something simple, just to have in your mind that creates abundance, space, and enjoyment. Nothing specific that you're looking to create necessarily, more of a feeling that you want to have in your day. That's what you want to focus on. What do you come up with? What affirmation are you going to use when you take your 10 conscious breaths in this routine that you're going to do? What are you going to say? Let us know in the comments so that we can all share in this and we can all level up, manifest whatever we choose to. It all starts with your day though. It all starts with how you lay down, because that's how your day starts. As I started this video, because it all loops back around. That's the whole point. I'm bringing this right back to the beginning, because truly everything started when you laid down. You set your intentions, you created your day, you chose what you're going to do, you rested on it. Now that's the rest of what you get for your life. And that's glorious because you chose it consciously and programmed your subconscious to create it for you autonomously, naturally. Enjoy your day, everyone. Get out in nature. Make sure you do this routine. You got to do this, because if you don't, you're never going to see change. How can you expect something to change if you don't make the changes and choices to do so? And this routine, yeah, it might be early to you. Trust me, when I make a video explaining myself, you'll understand why this makes no sense for me. I would not be getting up till 2 p.m., 1 p.m., because I was up all night playing video games. Now I get up at 4 a.m. I have changed myself so much from what I used to be, you can't recognize me. There's no way you could. If I showed you how I looked and how I used to dress, my body, my hair, I used to have blonde right here. I used to have blonde right here in my hair. Why? I don't know. I wanted it. I thought it was cool. I thought it would be attractive, I guess. I don't know. I bleached it. What was I thinking? Have a good day.